Okay, today's Thursday, the 7th of September. I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to show you the road that I take leaving from where I'm living at the present time all the way to Jones. Here we go, leaving where I'm living. This is the exit driveway. The cats, of course, there's about 6 or 7 of them here, mainly probably because of the mice. And then we go to the road. It's a small road. There's only one house to the right, so there's not much traffic coming except on the left. Move. Okay. And now this begins the road going there. Yesterday, Joan had a really good day. She did therapy with the speech therapist, and then the psychologist gave her a memory test that lasted about an hour. She was mainly checking to see what she could remember and how long she could remember things for. She wanted her to try counting backwards. She had some difficulty with counting things backwards, but it was a little bit better than the day before, so there's some improvement there. After she was done with her day yesterday, I took her to the village of Pavlovice, where that palace is that I put up the pictures on the blog. It was really incredible. We got there and it was already closed for the day, but as we were standing by the sign saying that it was closed, a door opened up and this security guard came out, a nice older man, and speaking Polish, he said the place is closed, but he would show us the inside of the palace anyway. He just had to go inside and get keys for the rooms that he would show us. Each room was locked, so he needed several different keys. There was a charge to do it, and when I took out the money to pay him, all I had was 100 zloty note. He didn't have change for it, so he said, "You could pay tomorrow if you want to, and I'll show you the place anyway right now." So then we walked over to the palace, and he opened the door. We walked inside. There was a really nice entranceway. He showed us some of the main rooms. Mostly are empty of furniture because the majority of the stuff that was there originally was stolen by the Nazis. They do have some original furniture left. It's in a separate room because it has to be restored, and they're going to be doing that. It's just a question of funding. Problem with funding is that there's so many of these old palaces that are in need of restoration. The state doesn't have money for all of them, and they don't really spend the money too wisely. So when these palaces are restored, usually it's through the use of a foundation that's created by private individuals who ask firms to donate money, either locally or throughout Poland, to restore a palace. That's what's happening at that monastery in Lubyash, where we were at last Saturday. Okay, so this is the road that heads to Gorzno. It's the what they call the back road, the country road. It's not the road most traveled because that's Highway 12 that goes from Gorzno to Kalish, where you find the semis and high-speed people. This is a much slower road, but it's still only 7 kilometers from where I'm living now to Jones. This road, actually going the opposite direction, goes to Semenovo. But if you turn left here, and then right up here you're going to turn right, we go through the village of Korchovo, right about here. We turn again. And it may seem like I'm going fast, but I'm actually going 18 miles per hour. Speed limit here is 30 kilometers, which is not fast at all. You shouldn't go through a village at more than 40 kilometers. That's the limit. As you can see on this right side, the red circle 40 means that's the limit of the speed. Coming up are what they call speed bumps, and that's of course to get you to slow down in case you are going fast. Korchovo is just a typical small village you'll find anywhere in Poland. Not a whole lot of houses, just stretched out mainly along one road, and occasionally you'll find a few side streets with additional housing to it. Up here, the Y in the road, we go to the left to where the green sign says Gorzno, 3 kilometers. Roadside shrine to a saint or to the Virgin Mary. You see those quite often in Poland in little villages. And of course there's a lot of cornfields. Some of them are harvested already, some of them haven't been gotten to yet. But getting back to that palace in Pavlovice, it was really beautiful inside, especially when we went upstairs to the second floor to what they call the column hall. You can see it in the pictures. It was just really spectacular. It was long, huge, just beautiful. We really enjoyed it. And today during Jones' break between 12 o'clock and 1:30, we'll go back there and I'll pay the money for our visit yesterday. I don't mind paying the money because it'll go a little bit towards restoration. They need a lot of money, so I don't mind paying it at all. Now we leave Korchovo. The sign with the red slash through it means you're leaving the village. And off in the distance to the right, where you see the tree line, that's actually where Jones at in the rehab center. The rehab center also used to be a palace that was converted to a rehab some years ago. Now it's part of the national healthcare system. One of the main modes of transportation here is also still the bicycle. You see people of all ages on bikes, and of course you have to be careful. If don't run them over. In the daytime it's easy to spot, but sometimes at night on bicycles they don't wear anything that shows up at night, and they're in black clothing, so you have to be careful. Now we're entering the actual village of Gorzno. As we come around this corner, you're going to see a long wall, and just past that wall to the left there's another old palace, not restored, and right now there are just different families living in the palace in different rooms, and there's no money to restore it, so it'll probably remain like that for some time. Right now it's 8:39 in the morning. I left at 8:34, so it's 5 minutes since I left the house. And here we come up to the intersection, which is the main street through Gorzno. You have to stop because there is traffic coming sometimes for people going to the rehab center. So this is the road continuing to the rehab. On the left, that line of trees is the road that leads to the palace, which is now the rehab center. Off in the distance on the right, you see a bunch of people coming. Those are people who have already eaten breakfast, and they're out in a group for a morning walk, usually with Nordic walking sticks. And now we're approaching the Palace Rehab Center. On the right in the distance is a manor house. A manor house is not quite a palace, it's just a bigger than normal house. On the left, you see the empty field. A couple days ago, this was all a cornfield. Out for a little morning walk, and here's the entrance to the rehab center. Cars parked on the right are people who are just coming to visit. They're not spouses, so they're not allowed to go past this gate. Spouses of people who are here for a long stay, like 2 or 3 weeks, have a parking area which is just to the right here. This is where I park every day. And here we are. This is where Joan lives. Okay, hope you enjoyed the little excursion. Let me know what you think of the movie.